So that's how you killed your wife?
もともとわしを殺すために三島家に送られた女ならば花から殺す運命
But why did you drop Kazuya off a cliff? He was just an innocent boy.
和美の血を受け継ぐなら人間でないと考えた落とせば死ぬであろう崖に落とし生きて戻れば人間でないということになるそして奴は案の定それでは死ななんだ今思えばわしはあの時和也を殺しておくべきじゃったもうわしに残された道は一つすべての真実を語り世に是非を問うことだけ家族を殺され貴様はわしを恨んでおるのだろう
How do you know about that?
バカめ貴様のことなどとうに調査済みじゃバックにラースたちがいることもな
Let me go! Just let me know one thing! What does this war mean to you? When I came to, I was on a wharf with Lars. I had no idea where I was or what he was doing there. Lars said he'd received a message from the Zaibatsu telling him to come here. He bundled me into his car and then took me back to Violet Systems. As we drove back, Heihachi's words ran through my mind over and over. Why did he let me interview him like that? Why did he leave everything to me? And what was that mournful look in his eyes? Question upon question whirled through my mind, but not a single answer.
戦いとは最後にどちらが立っているかそれだけのこと行くとするか死に場所にここを選ぶとはなわしと貴様にとってはふさわしい場所決着をつけるとするか貴様をここで終わらせる
He's alive? That was the first thing I thought when I saw Jin Kazama. I took the opportunity to quietly pocket a screwdriver. The man who had stolen everything from me lay before my eyes. An opportunity like this may never present itself again.
俺もジンを殺してやりたい思いは同じさ。だが、この戦いを終わらせられるのはこいつしかいないんだ。
It was as if Lars could read my mind. He explained that when Jin woke up, he would try to use Jin's power to put a stop to all the fighting. All I could do was nod in agreement.
偵察部隊から報告。予測通りターゲットは G 社のミレニアムタワーに向かったとのこと。また三島財閥当主死亡の方により G 社の勝利は確実だと世界中が沸き立っております。
ここまでは狙い通りじゃな。例の準備はできておるか。
はい。
鍵となるのは豪気よ。和也とて奴相手ではデビル化せざるを得まい。
映像を全世界に流す準備はできております。
和也がデビルであることを暴いた映像を流せば G 社の信用も地に落ちる。その上で和也を葬れば世論は三島財閥に一気に傾くじゃろう。ドクター・アベルが残した最強兵器がわしの勝利を世界へ轟かせるのじゃ。和也よ、豪気者とも消し去ってくれる。
Heihachi Mishima is dead.
Has Heihachi Mishima's death signaled the end of the war?
来たか。
無駄だ。貴様らでは太刀打ちできん。屋上まで案内してやれ。
死に場所を己で選んだか、三島和也。
貴様を葬る場所を選んだだけだ。殺す前に一つ聞いておく。貴様はなぜ母のことを知っている？八条家の名残か何かか？
かつて和美殿には命を助けられた。ただそれだけのこと。その借りを今返す。
では見せてもらおう。その力どれほどのものか。貴様だがこれで終わりだ。
それがウヌの真の力か。面白い。心ゆくまでしようぞ。
豪気、誠に和美を知っておったのか。
三島和也がデビル化した映像、複数のカメラで捉えました。
とはいえ和美はもういない。全てを終わったこと。最終承認システム起動。これで終わりじゃ。ついに全てが終わった。これで世界にわしの勝利が轟くのじゃ。
I couldn't take my eyes off the live broadcast. Next to me, Lee and Lars barked orders frantically, desperately trying to verify whether the images were a hoax or not. The demon on screen was unlike anything I'd imagined. No, it was something much more horrific. The devil incarnate.
The demon-like creature you see on your screens is apparently Kazuya Mishima, said to be controlling G Corporation from the shadows. World leaders are currently debating whether to believe.
The reports just in that the creature has been subdued by the Mishima Zaibatsu.
I'd long assumed this war was between humans. That my family, my hometown, had been razed to the ground by people.
はりいくら考えても覚えん。
今ここで風見殿との約束果たそう。
豪輝というあの男、なぜ風見のことを。
豪輝と名乗った男の行方は現在追跡中です。
奴はわしと和也を殺めると言っておった。必ず和也のもとへ向かうはずだ。ところでジンはどうなった？
それが部隊は全滅した模様です。
全滅じゃと？はっ、所詮その程度だったということか。大きなるものが現れ、和也のもとへ向かう。そして陣の線が断たれた。なるほど、これは面白い筋書きができそうじゃ。今すぐ全世界にわしが死んだという情報を流せ。大会も中止じゃ。
何者じゃ貴様ら。
この代償はきっちり払ってもらうぞ。
陣が消息不明である今、三島財閥を立て直せるのはわしを置いて他におるまい。貴様には早速働いてもらうぞ。久しぶりだな、全世界の諸君。わしがここに映っている意味がわかるか？いいよ、三島財閥は再び我が手に戻った。ということはもうわかるであろう。全世界の格闘家たちに次ぐザ・キング・オブ・アイアンフィストトーナメントの開催をここに宣言する。
Excuse me, sir. Just now, 平
知
八
っている。平八。やはり生きていたか。
Why on earth would you want to hold a tournament now, like this?
説明は後じゃ。出立の準備をせい。おたわたするな。見ておれ。間もなく全ての部隊が整う。
This lead sent me on a journey through countless documents, where I finally found her name in a single paragraph, Kazumi Hachijo. There was no mention of what kind of life she and Heihachi had led together, but it confirmed that Heihachi was Kazuya's father and Kazumi his mother. That's when I realized something shocking. The year Heihachi seized control from Jinpachi and established the Zaibatsu was the same year his wife Kazumi had died, and Kazuya had fallen from a cliff, sustaining terrible injuries. What could all this mean?
We have a handle on Heihachi Mishima's movements. It appears he is conducting a thorough search for Jin Kazama.
ジンを使う気か。作戦の準備を急がせろ。
Frustration had become a part of my daily life. Eventually, I ran into a guy in a restaurant. His eyes burned with an almost ungodly fighting spirit. And he looked at me as though he could see the darkest depths of my soul. "So, you're the one who's been looking into the Mishima Zaibatsu's affairs?" he said before making his way to the exit. The way he stared at me from the door let me know that he wanted me to follow him. Hypnotized, I walked slowly towards him. As we left the restaurant, he formally introduced himself. His name was Li Chaolan. I already knew about Li Chaolan's company, Violet Systems, famous for its humanoid research and brilliance in the field of ergonomics. As a child, Li had been adopted by Heihachi Mishima, so he knew Kazuya of G-Corp and once shared a rivalry with him in the ring. I listened intently, excited about this new breakthrough. Lee's knowledge went beyond that of any article I had read. What he said next, though, unsettled me. He continued.
すべては和也だ。奴の血が三島家を狂わせた。こっちだ。行くぞ。はい。
わしが犬間に鉄拳衆の質も落ちたものよの。失敗すれば次はないと思え。
I'll have to handle this myself. Do you have the target in your sights?
捕捉できています。
Prepare the SWAT team. I'm going in.
様、何者じゃ。
我は剣を極めし者なり。
ほう、ならば言葉はいらんな。
これも定め。
何？
Ci hanno riferito che un essere disumano è apparso in Estremo Oriente.
まさか。ジャック6、貴様 G 社の
何のことだ。
誰だこいつは。
He's not registered in our database.
Yeah! 貴様なかなかやるではないか。名を名乗れ。
我が名は豪輝。和美殿の願いに従い、うぬと三島和也に死をもたらす者。
平八さんを殺してください。そして和也のことも。
すべては和美殿の願い。
何？和美じゃと？和美が貴様にわしと和也を殺すよう依頼しておったじゃと？はっ、バカバカしい。その話が本当なら、なぜ今頃になって現れた？
Explosion confirmed at the Mishima Dojo. We've lost sight of Heihachi Mishima.
まさか母が平八と俺を殺そうとしていただと。とんだ茶番だ。それにしてもあの男、何か気のような力を放っているのか。
その程度か。まだまだ。
しぶといやつならば。
待っておったぞその姿。まだ死んでおらんか。
おのれ平八。
私を倒せるとでも思っておるのか。潰してしまいまし貴様とのざれ言も今日で終わりじゃ。
貴様から全てを取り戻す。戦いとは最後にどちらが立っているか、それだけだ。
Truth be told, I'm lucky to still be alive. No normal person could understand the reality of everything I've seen. The truth of it all. Our world was dragged into a war between humans and devils. I'm just one person, but it is my job as a reporter to get the truth out, which is exactly why I'm writing this piece now. One day, the fighting will end. I just hope that when it does, the world will be at peace. Lars Alexanderson was younger than I expected. When Lee described him to me, of how he'd escaped, divided the Tekken force, and formed a rebel army, I imagined someone completely different. His eyes told a story of sadness hidden deep within. The sterile air of Violet Systems, where he and Lee were holed up together. Lars explained to me that he was Heihachi's illegitimate child. Heihachi had fathered him to cast aside all doubt that he had the devil gene in his blood. Lars existed solely for that purpose. I could barely contain my excitement at not only meeting a blood relative, but also at learning this revelation. While Lars and Lee conversed, I overheard something that shocked me. Jin Kazama had been found. Jin Kazama, Kazuya's son and Heihachi's grandson. The hatred I had held deep inside surged through my veins like a tidal wave. Jin had put the wheels in motion that led to me losing everything. Then, as if finally putting his feelings into words, Lars muttered, There was no mistaking what he had said. The minute I got back from Kyoto, I learned that the war had escalated further. The world's media was buzzing with news about the Zaibatsu, including the attack on Lee's Violet systems. It was then that I received an email from Lee himself, saying he wanted to introduce me to someone who was well versed in the Mishima Zaibatsu's affairs. At last, my investigation was back on track. The email concluded with a name I'd yet to come across: Lars Alexanderson.
やはり生きていたか。
まだ終わらぬ。ウヌの命果てるまで。
死ぬのは貴様だ。
我が求むるは修羅の一刻。その命そしてみせよ。
地獄へ送ってやろう。
Allô Sébastien? Oui, comme prévu. Ciao! なんやいきなり電話して。Tu sais, aujourd'hui je vais emménager chez toi. は？何を言うとんねん。Et je vais apprendre les arts martiaux classiques de style Kazama. は？Détends-toi. Tout est réglé. Je viens d'acheter ta maison et ton dojo. Je sais tout de toi, Asuka. Ton père a été battu par Fenway, le tas de muscles qui pratique le Kenpo, et il a perdu ses élèves et son argent. Ta famille n'avait pas les moyens de réparer ton vélo, et encore moins le dojo. J'ai aussi étudié ton arbre généalogique. C'était très intéressant. On dirait que tu pourrais facilement être entraîné dans les histoires de Mishima. Oh, j'ai oublié de te dire. J'ai fait nettoyer ton dojo, et je l'ai fait décorer avec des pétales de fleurs. Ton père était enchanté. Nous devrions rentrer à la maison. Tout de suite. Allez, dépêche-toi. Personne n'aime les traînards. 悔しいけど認めたる。うちの負けや。何するんや。Oh, je ne sais pas. Juste comme ça. C'était rigolo. Et tu le méritais pour avoir été tellement... toi. 説明になってへんわ。うちにも一発殴らせろ。
ライバ
Was ist das für ein Ding? Ein Tintenfisch? Ein Oktopus? Ein Ninja? Das ist also dieser komische Typ, über den alle reden. Japan ist so verrückt. Nein, ich muss mich auf meine Mission konzentrieren. Bis später, komischer Oktopus-Typ. Hilfe! Ein komischer Oktopus-Typ ist hinter mir her!
D'accordo. Ti permetto di venire con me.
Yatta!
Ma dovrai essere pronta. Bene. Era quello che volevo sentirti dire. Come desideri. Puoi unirti a me. Credo che sarai un'ottima esca per la mia preda.
Gotcha! Yeah! Get lost, loser!
You stink!
We love Panda, not you!
My earliest memory is of a Mishima Zaibatsu laboratory. I don't even know who my parents are. The only one I remember is Dr. Kleeser. She was always nice to me. I infiltrated the Mishima Zaibatsu, and for several years siphoned out intel. Unfortunately, none of it really led anywhere. But your name did come up, time and time again. So tell me, what's your connection to the lab? to me.
Those labs were used by the Mishima Zaibatsu to create super soldiers. Their goal was to physically and genetically engineer the ultimate soldier. Of course, it all ended in failure. But judging by your left arm, you must be one of the survivors. At the time, the Mishima Zaibatsu had captured me and forced me into cryosleep. It's only recently that I discovered my genes were used in their experiments.
Wait, so does that mean you are my mother?
Don't get the wrong idea. You'll never be my son. I couldn't care less about you. If anything, you're a thorn in my side.
Get out of here. I'll take care of this.